When's the last time you bought a piece of clothing? Well, when's the last time you actually wore that piece of clothing? Did you know that we're actually buying more clothes than we ever have in, well, the history of ever? The only issue is we're only wearing them for half as long as we used to 15 years ago. Well, I'm no expert on sustainability or economics, but I am a conscious consumer, and I've made the conscious choice to distance myself from the cycle of fast fashion. And through research and a lot of personal experience, I've seen the steep decline in the quality of clothes these days, as well as all the amazing benefits that the alternatives like secondhand clothing have to provide, as well as showing you the simple switch from buying secondhand to just making spending less a priority in your life. Now, I want to start by exposing the real cost of fast fashion influence from exploring the benefits of shopping secondhand, as well as breaking the common issues that prevent a lot of people from making this shift. But let's look at the reality of the fast fashion industry. This industry was built on an unstable and unethical model that constantly is shown to put profit over people, as well as its cost being the violation of people's human rights. Companies like Shein and many others have been constantly investigated for the repeated use of forced labor and dangerous practices in their factories, all for the sake of profit. In 2013, there's a collapse in Bangladesh's Grand Plaza that left over 1,100 workers dead, which leaves as a glaring example of the industry's lack of care for worker safety as well as their alarming practices, all in exchange for cheap and fast clothing. Now, the environmental product isn't even worth it either. Did you know, according to the environmental program, the fashion industry is responsible for at least 10% of carbon emissions and 10% of water waste all around the world? On top of that, the rapid growth of fast fashion in general has just made it harder and it's harder to sustain. Now, the culture behind fast fashion is insane as well because it incentivizes people to throw out new clothes in exchange for new, more trendy ones. And Ellen MacArthur states that in one entire garbage truck is either sent to a landfill or incinerated every second, and those garbage trucks are filled with fast fashion clothing. Now, we can see the reality of the fast fashion industry, which leaves us with the alternatives that we can explore. Like, shopping secondhand has always been an ethical and economical choice compared to buying from fast fashion. It also offers a more personable shopping experience. Every time you buy a secondhand piece, that's one less piece that fuels the demand for the new production of new fast fashion clothing, as well as making sure that clothes stay out of landfill and reducing your carbon footprint as well. It also conserves a lot of resources. Author Elizabeth L. McCline talk about how buying used clothes extends the life of the garment as well as reducing your environmental impact. Now, the style and economic value is huge, and also you have a high chance to find a vintage or a designer piece all for the fraction of the original cost. Now, the clothing you can find is high quality, much more high quality than you can find at the average piece you see at a mall or something. Now, and it also sets you apart from the current trends, as well as it just being a treasure hunt that allows you to make a wardrobe that is completely unique to yourself, as well as it being a third of the price. Now, so sorry. So sorry. Now, I know people have an issue with shopping secondhand, and I'll address most of the common ones. So, a couple thrift myths that I hear are, I can never find what I want at the thrift. Now, this is just a matter of strategy of time. There are many online shops like Depop and ThredUp that offer a wide variety of easily searchable clothes that you can find, from size to color to brand. you could find anything there basically. It's also just a shift in your mindset. Instead of trying to find a hyper specific product you saw your favorite influencer wear, it's better to just shift. It's better to shift your mindset into finding the happiness in the journey and opening yourself up to discovering something new. Another common Another common complaint I hear is that online resellers charge too much. Well, yeah, a lot of curated vintage can be very pricey. It's still a third of the cost that it would normally cost if you bought it when it was originally made, as well as if the item just being unique to your completely unique to yourself and incredibly high quality. The value is just still unmatched. You also have to factor in the longevity of the uniqueness of the piece itself. It's 1,000 times more worth it than a cheap piece that will deteriorate or fade within a year or two. After everything, I feel like the option is pretty clear. Think about the last item you bought. Maybe it was an impulse buy. Regardless, your purchases can fuel a dangerous industry as and they completely ignore how the workers are treated, as well as the price the earth pays for all of it. The change you can make can be beneficial to everybody, and all the excuses that come with it can be easily debunked. You should reject the destructive machine and embrace thrifting as of a form of style rebellion. Like, clothes are so much more than fabric, and it's a reflection of you and your values. Next time you see like a cute trend you see circulating online or through your malls, just remember the power you hold with the dollar you have. You have the power on choosing how you spend it.